Hi, this is Becky Murphy with Apartment Off-Grid Living. I'm here to talk to you about budgeting your food wisely and your money wisely. That's some of what Apartment Off-Grid Living is, how we can save energy, recycle, get almost food for nothing, furniture that is used, how to live a little bit healthier, a little bit more self-sustaining while living in an apartment. But today's topic is about budgeting your food. So I'll begin by saying about a little bit about me and my family. We have 5 kids, me and my husband do. When we had all the kids under the roof, we started to buy 5-gallon buckets and started filling them with rice and beans and sugar and flour and cornmeal and 15 bean soup and all kinds of dry foods. Then we started to do a huge amount of canned goods. We would stockpile on canned goods. And what I found was that during the times that my husband was either laid off or whatever, we still had food. And was able to take care of the other needs that needed to be taken care of while not worrying so much about having food on the table. And that is an amazing feat when you have 5 kids. Then we were living in a bigger home. Now, though, we have 3 kids living at home now. And we live in a 2-bedroom apartment. But we still have all of our buckets that are filled with flour and all that. But we have about 15 gallon buckets that we use on a regular basis. Our budget is about $200 every 2 pay periods, so that's $400 a month. But that includes buying toilet paper, buying all the necessities. Considering there's 3 women, because my 2 daughters are adults now. 3 of them, well, anyway. The 2 girls that are living with us are adults, and plus me, so we have to buy all the other feminine hygiene stuff as on top of that. So we buy everything on $200 every 2 pay periods. Now, plus we do not go out to eat very often. It's a very rare thing. If my husband has enough, then we do, but it is a very rare thing. But if you're wondering why you never, ever have enough money and not enough food, well, really sit down and look at your budget and really count the times you actually go out to eat or go to Starbucks and buy, or one of the coffee places and buy a drink. Those drinks cost from $3 to $5. So if you go 2 times a day, that's $10. You see what I'm saying? And then you get in this rut of always going out and trying to fulfill that need that everybody else is doing. Spend. When really in reality, you're wasting your money. You're not putting it where it needs to be. Apartment off-grid living is living your life to the fullest without having to be live by society's rules. Even living in an apartment, you do not have to live by society's rules. Society rules means that you need a credit card, you need a cool car, you need the big house, you need on and on and on. Well, you don't. You don't need all that. What you need is to save your money. What you should do, I'm not going to say need because I'm not going to boss you around because that's not my job. But what you should do is just, take care of you. Not worry about everybody else, but take care of you. And you need, as a person, to take care of you and your family. Even with living on food stamps. And I have nothing against food stamps because I have lived off of them. My husband has lived off of them from time to time during our adult life. But even with living on food stamps, there is still a way that you could budget your food to make it last long and a very long time. And I have done that. It's not extremely hard, but way too many people on food stamps. If you go to the first of the month and you go to the grocery store, what do you see? People's carts are full to the max of all these boxed foods that are very extremely unhealthy for you, and they don't provide any nutritional value at all, and they end up getting sick more often than they should. I don't want to brag, but our kids are very rarely sick. They are not sick, and anyway, onto the subject of back to the subject. If you want to start budgeting to make sure that you have enough food, just sit down, write your paycheck and your bills. Then your immediate needs. What do you think you need on a grocery list? What do you think is going to sustain you? Go to Winco or one of those big bulk places like Winco. I love Winco. It is just absolutely the best thing. Even if I was single, I would still go to Winco because they have an amazing prices on their food and also their bulk items. Buying in bulk is like the best thing you could do for your budget, and I guarantee it that if you get 5-gallon buckets, you get 1 or 2 at a time during pay period. Say, okay, I'm at the grocery store, I have X amount of money. Guess what? I could buy a 5-gallon bucket. Well, let's see, what do I want to put in there? And you put whatever dry goods in there, like even dog food, people food, rice, beans, whatever it is, lentils. And I guarantee it, you live kind of by that, and you keep on doing that, and you have a mindset of kind of hoarding food like that with canned goods and dry goods and stuff like that. I guarantee it, you could say, okay, guess what? I bought da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, right, this food's going to last me a little longer, and guess what? I have money left over. Okay, I'm going to treat myself and go out to eat. You see what I'm saying? But then you know that you're not going to starve to death before the next pay period. You're not. If you have to, get a coffee maker, do your own personal flavoring. They have lots of flavoring stuff there at Winco that is super awesome and super cheap. Just do your own espressos at home or whatever you drink. That in itself, just the initial cost is a little bit, but the overall run of things, totally worth it. Totally worth your time, totally worth your money. This is something I'm passionate about, is helping people save money and time, and make sure people understand that there is ways to, even in an apartment, to learn how to survive without crashing. Learn how to eat healthier without and live healthier without without all the clutter, without all the heartache. Because I know there was a time I had absolutely no food and a 1-year-old on my hip. I had no food. And after that, I decided I am never, ever, ever going to be that way. And I never was. I've always had food. Granted, there was times I didn't have milk in the fridge, but that's not a heartache. That's not a heartache. You know, you could even buy bulk milk, powdered milk, if you like milk. I know it doesn't taste good, but it's a lot better than being without sometimes. I'm just super excited and super thrilled to be a part of the YouTube experience. I hope to see you again, and thank you for joining.